orientation. Good morning. I'm not sure how many people are on right now, um, but we are going to do our safety orientation in just a minute. Okay. What you see on the screen here is an overhead shot of Tampa Community Hospital, the campus. Um, we have the parking restrictions in place. The green area, this is our wood fenced area here on the job site. Um, Basically, it's a little bit bigger than this right now. So you see that red shaded area, that is a no parking area for the hospital. Uh, there's a lot of no parking areas. Basically, our green boxes are our parking areas, and then we have an overflow area in the front for anybody that doesn't fit. Okay, please, 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 please follow these instructions. And the other thing is, we have a smoking area here in the back. This white fenced area is the hospital's smoking area. This area, we've put a little wood fence back here you don't see in this picture, but we've put a wood fence for people that smoke. So please obey that, um, so that we can have an area. Most hospitals don't have a smoking area. I know you've seen it where people end up in the median somewhere out in the street. So please follow that as close as possible. The path to and from the hospital, we have a path over here, and then a little road over here to the stairwell. Avoid going into the hospital at all times. The hospital now is 100% wearing masks at all times. I want to go over our top 25 rules. So hard hats are required at all times. The PPE is pretty a standard thing for construction nowadays. But hard hats required at all times. We have stickers. Once you've gotten your orientation, you must have a visible sticker be visible on your hard hat. We have anybody inside the hospital. We have badges that are issued. So this photo ID badge is not significant for this job site, but if you're inside the hospital, you have to have a badge and it has to be visible. Safety glasses in your work attire, clothing, boots, all are standard requirements for working on a job. No profanity or obscene gestures in t-shirts or clothing, and of course mind your language in any language you speak, because this facility has people that speak both languages. There's some. I think I've even heard some Haiti folks in the kitchen area that work. So please just mind your language, profanity, or scaffolding. You know, ex- Anything that gets you above the floor, you need to have a heightened sense of awareness because that's a potential risk for an injury. Happens a lot, and even if you're not in construction, falls are a very big um, happening that the ER receives a lot of patients for. So please make sure you pay attention to if you have extension ladders. Time off of the 3 foot above the landing wherever they are. Don't use the top two steps of regular A-frame ladders, and make sure you have the right ladder uh, that you know for the job that you're doing. The scaffolds are the same way. If it's lateral braces, handrails, guardrails, toe boards, make sure it's erected right and you have a competent person that's looked at it. If you get above 6 foot, you have to be tied off on a scaffold. We talked about the tobacco. There's only one place on campus that it's permitted. Food or drinks inside the hospital. We only allow water or clear liquids, and that's it. No food at all. Parking area I just talked about. Continuous cleanup at all times. It's very important. The cleaner our work area is, obviously, the safer we are. and it looks better to the eye for people that come and visit the job. Lay down area, I showed you that wood fenced area in the previous picture. The trash, please, there's plenty of trash cans and dumpsters on this job site. No glass bottles at all times. Gas cans have to be metal gas cans, no metal ones. We have set stored areas on this job. There's minimum a place for space, so don't bring gang boxes in this job unless you've talked to us first. Obviously, no horseplay permitted on any job. It's going to be conducive to an injury. Um, you make sure you have the right protective equipment for this job that you're assigned to. If you're using a chop saw, use a face shield. Um, don't use anything inside the hospital at all. No bathroom, no vending machine, the cafeteria. 100% off limits at all times. You have assigned work areas. If you're inside the hospital, don't leave any tool carts unattended, ladders unattended, anything unattended. It has to be behind a lock and key. Okay. We have this safety meeting every Tuesday morning. It says 7 o'clock, but because of the times we're in at 7:15, please don't turn your phones on to turn them into iPods or radios. You can work 8 hours without music. This is a drug-free workplace. You're subject to do a random test at any time, the moment you step on this job site. Talked about the equipment this morning in our safety meeting. Make sure you wear your seatbelts. Don't jump on the side of equipment or ride on the step ladder, the footstep of the vehicle, whatever, to get across the yard. We talked about not being in a cafeteria and not being inside the hospital unless you're designated to be in that area. Okay, and again, subject to be kicked off the job if you don't obey these top 25 rules, and just apply common sense. If none of this, any of this comes across where you don't understand it, apply common sense. If you have any questions, contact your supervisor or contact myself, Otis, Aaron, or Robert, and we'll steer you in the right direction. Okay. Appreciate your time. Have a safe work week. We'll get you a orientation sticker by the end of the day or first thing tomorrow morning. Okay. Thank you.